this recap extremely quick because I'm making a vlog today. So straight off the open right here, I wasn't really looking for much. Obviously we had on the 5-minute, we could use our boxes indicator. First thing I always do in the day, I like to look at it. We had some manipulation here, but we didn't really have any, and I was expecting us to be kind of bullish for the day. Because of this buy model down here, we had a standard deviation that we were following, and I feel like we're still respecting that to the upside. So we'll keep these. And we didn't really have any trades in the AM. We looked at a few trades, we looked at a few setups, we didn't take any, we didn't like anything really. I mean, I always like, of these massive legs right here, I like to draw OTE off of them and see if there's any type of set of OTE when I look back in the days. And you can see that inside of this range, OTE was respected, but we didn't really have any other good trade other than this breaker right here. So this breaker could have given you an OTE. I mean, I don't know if there was a 2-minute fair value gap. We also had an inversion fair value gap that would have been able to give you confluence for a trade. So let's go through the time frames, see if there's any type of gap that we could use, and we've already exhausted it. So there wasn't really any type of unicorn setup that would have been high probability. But after we get the shift in market structure, we want to look for anything to get us into a trade. We had a small fair value gap here, inversion fair value gap. Only place we could have looked for a trade in the AM would be this, and I don't understand it. And it even is choppy. So we skipped over this session entirely, and I took 2 trades today. And one of them I put in the video, the other one I signaled and I got stopped out. So I'm going to show you guys. 130, if you look at the quarterly thing right here, this is our 130 Judah swing. We had these 2 highs, inducement and equal highs. We ran it out and I was expecting, or I just want to see us push lower. When we had our displacement lower right here, we had a shift in market structure. I immediately drew standard deviations from this high down to this low, drew out our projections and looked. And if we scale to the other time frame, which is something I wasn't really doing or paying attention to, we were respecting the bodies on the 5-minute, which I really should have done. We'll get into the higher time frame narrative in a second once I get through my trades. But the first trade I ended up taking, I saw pretty much a unicorn right here. And I took shorts off this unicorn and I put stops to break even really quickly. What was that? It's weird. But I should have had my stop at this high. And that's what Fearon came and told me I should have had it this high. Having it at this order block was a bunch of bull. It wasn't worth it. Having it at this high though, this is where my stop should have been, and if I can't handle it, I will have sized down. And my target, I was using equilibrium from this high and this low right here. So this high, you want to target our discount PD rate, which is our second to 2.5 standard deviation. This is your target right here, and we nailed that out pretty quickly. We did it pretty well, and that was just, it's just a 1 to 3. There's nothing too impressive about that. And basically I got stopped out right here, and I was like, oh darn it, when we got stopped out. So after that whole incident, I re-entered shorts. I'm not really proud of where I re-entered. But I drew out this BPR. I really want to get entry off this BPR. I initially had a limit right here, but we started pushing through it, and I was like, alright, I just want to get in because I don't want to be break even on a day with a vlog. So I ended up forcing a trade when we ran out this high because I knew as a fact, or not even as a fact, I was just confident that this was just going to be a turtle soup, and we had to take out this target. When we had to take out this target, I had to, hold up, what was it? Yeah, we basically just turtle soup this target right here. And when we had this stop was above this BPR, I recorded all of it, the entry, thought process, everything. And with 2 NQ contracts, I got a full 20 handles, which wasn't really worth it. It was a 1 to 3, but I had no self-control when I took this trade, so I feel really bad about it. Okay. Yeah, when we ran that out, basically I want to go over a higher time frame narrative and why that this was pretty stupid to be taking a trade. I just want to show you guys stuff that I realized on the higher time frame. Basically, when we scale through, look at the 5-minute real quick. We're obviously pushing up higher in a buy model. Of course, we're going to get stopped out. And on the 15-minute fair value gap, plus another gap right here, or tap into the order block, we're just pushing up higher. Narrative wants us to go higher, we are pushing up higher. That's all we've been doing recently, and we've been respecting these 15-minute fair value gaps. We haven't disrespected a single one or changed, or no change in the state of delivery or market structure shift on the higher time frame. So, I mean, best way to put it, like, just keep buying and buying and buying, honestly. Do you have any questions for today?
How would you define a turtle soup?
Turtle soup, I really just want a sweep of equal highs sweep of a high with a fair value gap right inside of it or directly within it, and an SMT. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
Perfect. I can re-go over it. I could just make a quick example of one. This is the PM session. What am I looking at? So, for example, I mean, just equal highs right here. If we respected this, for like on a higher time frame, we run this out. There's an SMT here. That'd be turtle soup. This would also count. This low right here, run through this low, SMT with this low with ES or YM. That's SMT for us to go higher. Sorry, the best way to put it. Alright, cracking correlations. I don't know. Any other questions? Anything else you guys want to go over? Top tick the market today. 36 points. Jeez, no name. Okay. Thoughts for next week? I'm probably gonna go do my thoughts for next week this Sunday, but honestly, we're probably gonna be bullish. I don't really think we're gonna reverse. I don't really want to try calling it a reversal. A lot of people think the markets are gonna do bad. I think we're gonna keep pushing up. How do you choose which leg is? Okay, that's a good question. What my legs do, I use the prominent ones of the most recent swing highs and swing lows. For the one I was using personally, I'll show you real quick. I'm only focusing on price action during this 130 swing. So, you could see that these two, I mean, hold up, I'll show you. You could just tell by the prominent highs and lows. You don't want to use these small internal lows because these don't really matter. You want to use the ones that have prominent, deep, like you could obviously see it even if you scale up. You can see these massive digs deeper into price action. That's what I like to use. And you just measure from low to high. And that's what I use. I feel like I don't really know what, how did ICT explain? He explained it in a better way in the 2022 mentorship. But yeah, he basically just wants it to be from prominent highs and lows. Swing low, swing high. You don't want to use these smaller ones. These way too small for what we're doing. So I want to use these. Like for example, I'd want to use probably this most recent one and this high. Low, high, I'd use this range. High, low, I'd probably use, yeah, of course, bro. But yeah, just focus on the prominent ones. Boom. This low, this one. Yeah, we don't really have any clean retracements right now. But yeah, probably the last one I'll have is just this one. Run through the slow. This is probably a turtle soup. What is that? Was 1040 a turtle soup? Let's look into that. I mean, alright, so we did run out this low. I have to see if we have SMT. Higher time frame, PD array. We have a fair value gap right here. I mean, I'd say to an extent it could be if we had SMT at this low, but we came down and ran it out again. I just feel like I wouldn't want to be trading these conditions. I mean, you could obviously see right here. You don't want to trade when price looks like a barcode like this. You do not want to trade this. Trust me. Alright, any other questions? Are we good?
Mantas, question. Okay, so the macro, right? I'm kind of confused. It's 10 minutes before and 10 minutes after the hour, right? Like,
yeah.
every hour, right? Mantas?
Wait, which macro?
Oh, no, like, just every macro. It's like 10 minutes before and 10 minutes after.
Oh, wait, what about them?
Oh, like, okay. The time.
You're gonna get down.
Because, like, on that Lux Algo indicator, one of the macros that's highlighted is like 110 to 140. But not 10 minutes before or 10 minutes after.
You can use macros as whole dealing ranges too. I forgot that's something I learned about. You can use macros as holding ranges. On that Lux Algo, if it was macro low, you can use it to run up higher.
Yep. But why is it 110 to 140? I thought it was 10 minutes after.
What? Hold on, I don't really understand. I'm sorry.
Like every macro is 10 minutes before and 10 minutes after the hour, right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Mantas?
Oh, wait, no, are you talking about candlesticks before the? Okay.
No, I'm just talking about.
Hold up, I'm channeling my energy. Ugh. Ah! Ah! Manipulation or distribution for the candlestick cycles, because we have power 3 instead of the 4 hour. Even during our opens too. I could say no at 10.
My voice would have came.
Oh, okay. You could use the 4 hour candles as power as well. I think that's what they're framing macros off of.
Wait.
Oh, that okay.
Power
Okay.
3 and the 4 hour to hourly time frame. That's probably what it is. And they're just looking.
So
They're
that's
just looking at
Million.
the distribution leg. Holy moly, bro! The distribution leg of the manipulation instead of the hourly candlestick for the power 3. Okay, I gotta go to sleep. I am on a different sleep schedule. I take 2 4 hour sleeps a day. Okay.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna end this here.